Hello, everyone. My name is Deacon Peter Trinko, currently serving in Chicago in the United States. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, in the 29th week of Ordinary Time. Is also the memorial of St. John Paul II. This is a feast that we celebrate with great solemnity in our religious family. He's one of our main patrons. So today we'll take the gospel proper to the memorial from the 21st chapter of St. John. We read, After Jesus had revealed himself to his disciples and eaten breakfast with them, he said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these? Simon Peter answered him, Yes, Lord, you know that I love you. Jesus said to him, Feed my lambs. He then said to Simon Peter a second time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Simon Peter answered him, Yes, Lord, you know that I love you. He said to him, Tend my sheep. He said to him the third time, Simon, son of John, do you love me? Peter was distressed that he had said to him a third time, Do you love me? And he said to him, Lord, you know everything. You know that I love you. Jesus said to him, Feed my sheep. The Gospel of the Lord. When we examine the life of St. John Paul II, we can be left in absolute awe and amazement. He's one of the great figures of not only the 20th century, but of all time. His life left a profound impact on the history of civilization. He was a major player in the fall of communism in Eastern Europe. He was a great evangelist and missionary, visiting 129 countries. He began the World Youth Days. He had doctorates in both philosophy and theology. He wrote 14 encyclicals, 15 apostolic exhortations, 11 apostolic constitutions, and 45 apostolic letters. He survived an assassination attempt and famously forgave his attempted killer. He promulgated a new catechism of the Catholic Church. He left the Church a plethora of teachings, including on the dignity of the human person, the law of the gift, and the theology of the body. His body of work is nothing less than astonishing, and it could take nearly a lifetime to try to understand all that he has accomplished. Now, many have sought to understand who this great saint was, but not always with the proper emphasis. We could say that they were amazed by all of the works he did, but as St. John Paul II once remarked, they tried to understand me from the outside, but I can only be understood from inside. What is inside? In this great saint, St. John Paul II, we find a man with a deep interior life, a life of prayer, a life of great love for the Lord. His entire life was given to following Christ. This is what God asks of each of us, not merely for our skills or our talents. He asks us for love, that is, the gift of ourselves. And this is what we see in today's gospel. Our Lord, after his resurrection, shares a meal with Peter, who had just betrayed him. In spite of his failures that we too may feel, that we may have done, that we may have let our Lord down. But in spite of this, our Lord is not giving up on his call to Peter, just as he never gives up on his call to us. Now, how does he call Peter back? He asks for one thing, for love. Simon, son of John, do you love me? And this is what Christ asks of us as well. We can never repay God all we have been given. We've been given everything, our life, the life of grace in redemption, all of the many gifts that help lead us to heaven. But we can give God the one thing that we might say he cannot have, ourselves. We have been given the gift of freedom to make a free gift of God to ourselves, a gift of love. And what is love? Simply to wish the good of the other, that is, to desire the glory of God and the salvation of souls. When we look at the saints, especially saints like St. John Paul II, that tower in history, their great virtues, their astounding accomplishments, we might become dismayed thinking, I can never do anything like that. St. John the 23rd had the same thought. He was seeking to imitate the saints in their particular acts. But he realized that this was the wrong method. It was the wrong way to grow in the spiritual life. He wrote in his autobiography, "From the saints I must take the substance, not the accidents of their virtues. I am not Saint Aloysius, nor must I seek holiness in his particular way, but according to the requirements of my own nature, my own character." So when we see the examples of great saints like St. John Paul II, let us try to imitate them in this same way, through love, through prayer, by being docile to the will of God in whatever he is asking of me personally. And so today, as we celebrate St. John Paul the Great, let us ask through his intercession for the grace that we too may live his great papal motto, that is, the totus tuus, totally yours, that we may make a gift of ourselves, to give ourselves entirely, a gift of love to Jesus through Mary. May God bless you.
If you found this video fruitful, please feel free to share it with a friend or family member. Or if you would like to learn more about our missionary priests throughout the world and how to support them, please visit iveamerica.org. Thank you for watching, and God bless.